Hey, welcome back. This is the Natural English Podcast. I am Alex, and I am here with Sarah. We are really happy you are here with us today.
Hi, this is Sarah. Thanks for listening today. Wherever you are, on a train, in your room, maybe walking outside, we are right here with you.
So, how are you feeling today? Just take a moment. You do not need to answer out loud. Just notice. Are you tired? Are you okay? Maybe a little stressed?
Yeah, and maybe you feel a bit shy about speaking English, especially when you talk about the future and your plans. That is very normal.
Many learners tell me they feel unsure or nervous when someone asks, "So, what are your plans? What are you going to do next month or this summer?" It can be hard to answer in English, even when you know the grammar.
Today, we will help with that. We will speak slowly. We will use clear, everyday English. And we will talk about real plans, our real plans for the next few months.
The theme of this episode is talking about your plans and your hopes for the next few months. This is great for small talk, like friendly, simple conversation. For example, when a colleague asks, "So, what are you doing this winter?"
And the episode title is, What are your plans? Real English Conversation, Level B1. By the end, we want you to feel more confident, more relaxed when you talk about your own future plans.
Okay, before we start, I have a small listening challenge for you. While you listen, try to catch two future expressions. The first one is going to. We use it like this: I am going to visit my friend next month.
And the second expression is hope to. We use it when we talk about something we want, but we are not sure. For example, I hope to travel more this year. So, going to and hope to.
As you listen, just notice how many times do you hear going to and hope to. Listen to how we use them in normal conversation. You can even repeat them out loud when you hear them, just softly to yourself.
And do not worry, you do not need to understand every single word. Really. Just try to follow the main idea and focus on these two expressions. Let your ears get used to the sound.
The plan for this episode is simple. First, you will hear a natural conversation between me and Sarah about our plans. Then, Sarah will explain some useful phrases. Later, we will help you practice talking about your own plans.
And I just want to say I understand you. When I speak another language, I also feel nervous when I talk about the future. I think, oh no, which tense do I use? But it is okay. Today, we will keep it easy and very natural.
So, one more time, your listening challenge. While you listen, relax. Enjoy our little story about our plans, and try to catch the expressions going to and hope to. That is all. No pressure.
You can sit back or maybe walk and just let the English come to you. If you miss something, it is okay. You are still training your ears and your brain.
So, let us start with a natural conversation. Sarah, what are your plans for the next few months? So, in the last part, I asked you a question, Sarah. I asked, what are your plans for the next few months? Like this spring or maybe the next 3 months? And I think this is a really useful topic for our listeners because people often ask this in small talk. So, Sarah, what are you going to do in the next few months?
Yeah, good question. Let me think. So, in the next few months, I am going to start an evening yoga class twice a week. I want to do it after work.
An evening yoga class. Nice. When are you going to start that? Is it next week, next month?
It starts in about 2 weeks on a Tuesday. So from next month, I am going to go every Tuesday and Thursday evening. I am planning to go after work at 7 o'clock.
So you are going to go to a yoga class 2 times a week in the evening, on Tuesday and Thursday. Why? Why are you planning to do yoga now?
Because I am always tired. I sit at my desk all day. My back hurts, my shoulders hurt, and I also feel a bit stressed. So I hope to relax more. I hope to sleep better, and I also hope to meet some new people there.
Right, so it is not only exercise. It is also for your mind for stress. And maybe new friends. You said, I hope to relax. I hope to sleep better. That is nice. Okay, what else are you going to do in the next few months?
I am planning to visit my parents. They live in another city, about 3 hours away by train. I have not seen them for a long time, so I really want to go and stay with them for a weekend.
Oh, that sounds good. Where are you going to visit them? Which city?
They live in a small town near the coast. It is quiet, and there is a beach. I am going to go there in April, I think. I want to walk by the sea and just have some family time.
So you are going to take the train, go to this small town by the sea, and spend a weekend with your parents. Nice. And you said you have not seen them for a long time. How long?
Almost a year. Yeah. So I really miss them. I am planning to cook with my mom and watch a movie with my dad. Just simple things. I think it will be really nice.
That sounds really warm. Okay, so you are going to start yoga. You are planning to visit your parents. Do you have any money plans? Like, are you going to save money for something?
Yes, actually. I hope to save some money for a short trip. Maybe just a long weekend in another country. Nothing big. I just want to go somewhere new, maybe with a friend, and see a different city.
Ah, a little city break. Why do you hope to save money for that?
Because travel makes me feel alive. When I go somewhere new, I feel curious, I feel excited. Also, my daily life is very routine. Work, home, work, home. So I want something to look forward to. I want to have a small adventure.
Yeah, I know that feeling. So you hope to save money, and then you want to have a small adventure in a new city. Sounds great. Now, you told me before you had a funny story about your plans. Something that did not work. Can you share that?
Yeah, okay. So last year, I had an exam. And I told my friend in very serious, perfect textbook English, I said, I will study every day. I will do my homework every evening. I said it like that, very strong, very formal.
You said, I will study every day. I will do my homework every evening. Very like a school book.
Exactly. And then I studied for 3 days. Only 3 days. After that, I was tired, and I watched videos. I met friends. I did not study at all. So my big plan, it failed.
So the plan was strong, but the action was short. 3 days. I think many people know this feeling. Big promise, small result.
Yeah. And my friend laughed at me. She said, you sounded like a robot in English. I will do my homework every evening. And then you did nothing. So now I try to speak more naturally about my plans. And also, I try to make smaller, easier plans.
Right. So this is a nice example. Sometimes our language for plans is a bit too strong or too formal, and our real life is different. I think many English learners do that. Okay, let me share my plans too. Over the next few months, I am going to start a new hobby.
Oh, nice. What hobby are you going to start?
I am thinking of taking a photography class. Using a real camera, not just my phone. I would like to learn how to take good pictures of people and places.
That sounds really fun. Why do you want to do photography now?
Because when I travel or when I go for a walk, I see many beautiful things. But my photos are not so beautiful, so I want to improve. And also, I hope to have a reason to go outside more. If I have a camera, I have a reason to walk around and explore.
Yeah, I like that. So you are thinking of taking a class, and you would like to use it to explore your city more. Any other plans?
Yes, one more. I want to improve my running. I am going to try to run 3 times a week. Not very fast, just regular. I hope to feel stronger and have more energy.
Nice. Are you going to join a race or just run for yourself?
For now, just for myself. Before, I bought new running shoes and I said, I am going to run every morning. And yeah, I ran 2 mornings and then I stopped. So this time I want to be more realistic, maybe 3 times a week in the evening.
So you also have a little fail story. New shoes, big plan, and then no running.
Exactly. New shoes do not run for you. You still have to move your legs. But yeah, my plan now is simpler. Run 3 times a week and just enjoy it. So, in this conversation, we said many different future phrases. I am going to, I am planning to, I hope to, I would like to. It can be a little confusing, I think.
Yeah, there are a lot of different ways to talk about plans. It is natural, but it can feel like too much.
So, Sarah, in the next part, can you help us break down the most useful phrases? Just the ones our listeners really need so they can use them too? So, Sarah, in our conversation before, we used a lot of different future phrases, like, I am going to, I am planning to, I am planning to, I hope to, and I think many listeners are asking, which one should I use? They all talk about the future, but they feel a little different. Could you help us build a small toolbox of the most useful ones?
Yeah, sure. Let us keep it simple. We do not need many. Maybe 5 or 6 key phrases. The first one is, I am going to. This one is great for plans that are quite sure you already decided. You maybe have some details. For example, over the next few months, I am going to take an online English course. That means this is your plan. It is not just a dream.
Right. So if I say, I am going to start running 3 times a week next month, that sounds like I decided. It is pretty fixed. Is that right?
Exactly. It is a real plan. The next useful phrase is, I am planning to. So this is very close to I am going to. But we feel the process of planning. You are thinking about details. Maybe you are still choosing the day or the place. For example, over the next few months, I am planning to move to a new apartment. Maybe you are looking at rooms. You are not just dreaming. You are organizing it.
Okay. So, I am going to and I am planning to are both for pretty sure plans. But planning to shows the work, the preparation. Like, I am planning to visit my parents more often this spring. I am thinking about trains, times, all that.
Yes, that is a nice example. Now, another phrase I love is, I am thinking about, or I am thinking of. We use this when the idea is softer. You are not sure yet. You are considering it. For example, I am thinking about changing my job in the next few months. Maybe yes, maybe no. You are just playing with the idea in your head.
So this one is more possible future. Not a real plan yet, I could say. I am thinking of joining a gym this summer, but I am not 100% sure I will do it.
Yeah, that sounds perfect. And just one small thing for listening. In fast speech, I am going to often sounds like I am gonna. You will hear, I am gonna start a new job. You do not need to say gonna. You can safely say going to, but it is good to recognize this sound.
Right. So listeners, if you hear someone say, I am going to travel in May, that is just the quick sound of, I am going to travel in May. Same meaning, different speed.
Exactly. Now, let us look at 2 phrases for hopes and wishes. The first one is, I hope to. We use this when you want something, but you are not sure it will really happen. For example, I hope to visit my grandparents in the next few months. Maybe you have work. Maybe money is a problem. You are not certain. But this is something you really want.
So, what is the difference between I am going to start English classes and I hope to start English classes? They feel very close.
Good question. If you say, I am going to start English classes next month, that means you decided. Maybe you already paid. It is organized. If you say, I hope to start English classes next month, that means you want this. But maybe you are not sure about time or money. So, I am going to stronger plan. I hope to stronger wish.
Nice. That really helps. Okay, what about I would like to? We hear this a lot too. We hear this a lot too.
Yeah, I would like to is another soft and polite way to talk about wishes or plans. It is similar to I want to, but more gentle. For example, over the next few months, I would like to read more books in English. This is not a strong plan. You are not saying you will do it every day. You are just sharing what sounds nice for you.
So maybe I can say, I would like to travel more this year, but I am not sure where yet. It is like, this is my wish list, not my calendar.
Yes, exactly. And one more useful phrase is, I might. We use might for a small or medium possibility. Not sure. Not zero, but not strong. For example, I might start a new hobby in the next few months. Maybe you will. Maybe you will not. You are open to it.
Okay, so we have a little scale now. On the strong plan side, I am going to. Then, I am planning to. Then, I am planning to. Then, softer, I am thinking about. I hope to. I would like to. I might. They all give a different feeling.
Yes. And sometimes, textbooks teach a lot of very formal things. So, maybe we can do a little robot versus natural moment.
Okay, let me be the textbook robot. Listen to this. In the next 3 months, I will study English very hard, and I wish to improve my skills. How does that sound to you, Sarah?
The grammar is okay. It is not wrong. But it sounds a bit stiff, a bit like a school essay. Most people in everyday conversation do not talk like that. We make it softer, more natural. For example, over the next few months, I am going to study English more. Or, I hope to improve my English in the next few months. These sound more relaxed, more like real life.
Let me try the natural ones. Over the next few months, I am going to study English more. And I hope to improve my English in the next few months. Yeah? That feels friendlier. Less robot.
Yeah, it really does. And this connects to another important point. Sometimes learners use will for every future idea. But in real conversation, especially for plans, we often prefer going to, or planning to, or...
That reminds me of a little fail story. At my old job, a coworker said, "Hey, we should go to karaoke sometime." And I answered, "Yes, I will go to karaoke with you next time." I thought it was okay, but later I felt, oh no, it sounds like a big promise, very strong, like a contract.
Yeah, I can imagine. Will can sound like a decision in that moment or a strong promise. So for simple near future plans, like the next few months, it is usually more natural to say, I am going to go to karaoke next time, or I am planning to go to karaoke soon. These feel lighter, more like, this is my plan right now, not a forever promise.
That makes sense. So listeners, for plans or hopes, use your new toolbox. Like, I am going to, I am planning to, I am thinking about, I hope to, I would like to, I might.
Yeah. And you do not need to remember everything perfectly now. We will practice. We will use them again and again. That way, they will start to feel natural for you.
So, very quickly, our top 3 today. Number 1, I am going to, for a clear plan. Number 2, I hope to, for something you want, but you are not sure. Number 3, I am thinking about, for ideas you are still considering. Now you know some natural expressions, but how can you really use them in a conversation? In the next part, we will help you practice these phrases step by step. Sarah, can you guide the listener through some easy practice in the next chapter?
Yes, of course. In the next chapter, we will go slowly, and you can try the phrases with us. We will build your sentences together.
Okay, so in this part, we are going to practice speaking. For real. With your voice. Not just in your head.
Yeah. And hey, if you feel a little shy, that is normal. Even if you are alone in your room, it still feels a bit strange at first.
but we really want you to try to actually say the sentences out loud. I will leave some short pauses. You can also pause the podcast if you need more time.
And remember, we are talking about the next few months, not 10 years in the future. Just the next weeks, the next months, very close to now.
We will use a few simple phrases like, I am going to, I am planning to, I hope to, I would like to, and maybe, I might.
We will do it step by step. First, you listen to my example. Then Alex will ask you a question. And then, your turn. You speak in your own words.
All right, let us start with, I am going to. This is for a clear plan, something you really think will happen.
Yeah, listen to this. I am going to start exercising more next month. Another one. I am going to visit my cousin in May.
Okay, now you. Think about next month. One thing, big or small. I will ask you a question and you answer out loud. Even a short answer is fine.
Get ready. Maybe take a small breath.
What are you going to do next month?
Say your sentence now. Start with, I am going to.
You can pause the podcast if you want more time.
If that felt difficult, it is okay. You can just say one short thing. For example, I am going to rest more. Simple is good.
Let us do one more with I am going to. This time, think about this weekend.
Here is my example. I am going to meet a friend this weekend. Another one. I am going to clean my room on Sunday.
Now you. What are you going to do this weekend?
Start with, I am going to.
Nice. And remember, if that question feels too big, you can just say one small plan. That is enough?
Okay, next phrase. I am planning to. This is almost the same as I am going to, but it sounds a bit more like a project. Something you have thought about.
Yeah, it is like you have an idea, maybe you are thinking about steps, not just a quick plan.
Listen to some examples. I am planning to visit my grandparents in April. And I am planning to take an English course this summer.
Now your turn. Think about your life in the next few months. Maybe study, work, family, health.
Here is the question. What are you planning to do in the next few months?
Answer out loud. Start with, I am planning to.
You can pause here if you want to say more.
Let us make it more specific. Think about your health, your body, your sleep, your food. Any small change.
Question for you. What are you planning to do for your health in the next few months?
Say your answer now.
Even one thing is great. For example, I am planning to drink more water.
Now, let us look at I hope to. Hope is when you really want something, but you are not 100% sure it will happen.
Right. So hope is about your wish. Listen. I hope to save some money in the next few months. Another one. I hope to travel somewhere near the sea this summer.
Now you. Think about something you really want to do. Not a strong plan. More like a wish.
Here is your question. What do you hope to do for fun in the next few months?
Answer out loud. Start with, I hope to.
It can be something simple like, I hope to watch a new movie with my friend.
Okay, next phrase. I would like to. We often say it as, I would like to, or I would like to. It is a polite way to talk about something you want to do.
Yeah, it sounds soft and nice. Listen to this. I would like to change my job later this year, but I am not sure. Another one. I would like to learn to play the guitar in the next few months.
Now your turn. Think about your work or your studies. Something you want to change or start.
Question for you. What would you like to do for your career or studies in the next few months?
Say your sentence now. Start with, I would like to.
And if that feels too hard, just say one small thing. Like, I would like to read one English book.
Now, let us try a phrase that shows you are not sure. The phrase is, I might. When you say I might, it means maybe yes, maybe no.
Yeah. It is good for ideas that are not strong plans. Listen, I might start yoga next month, but I am not sure. Another one. I might visit my friend if I have time.
Now your turn. Think about something you are not sure about. A plan that is maybe.
Here is your question. What might you do in the next few months?
Answer out loud. Start with, I might.
And it is okay to add, but I am not sure, at the end, if you want.
Now I want to tell you a small story. A kind of fail story to show that plans can change. And that is okay.
Oh yes, I love this one.
Last year, I said, I am going to go to the gym 3 times a week. I was very serious. I even wrote it in my calendar. But in the whole first month, I only went 2 times. Not 2 times a week. 2 times in the whole month.
Yeah, and you told me that, and we both laughed. But this is normal. Many people make plans, and then life happens.
Exactly, so it is okay if your plans change. You can still talk about them. You can say things like, I am planning to start, but I am not sure if I can.
Let me give you an example with that. I am planning to start running in the mornings, but I am not sure if I can. Another one, I hope to cook at home every day, but I am not sure if I can.
Now you try. Think of a plan that is a little difficult for you, something you want, but maybe it is hard.
Here is your question. What are you planning to start, but you are not sure if you can?
Answer out loud. You can say, I am planning to, but I am not sure if I can.
Even if your sentence is not perfect, it is okay. You are practicing, and that is the important thing.
We are almost finished with this practice part. Take a moment and think about all the phrases we used.
Maybe, if you want, you can say 3 sentences now. One with, I am going to, one with, I hope to, and one with, I would like to.
You can pause the podcast and make those 3 sentences about your own life. Just speak to yourself. It really helps.
And remember, there is no test. No one is checking your grammar. You are just giving your mouth and your brain some gentle practice.
Thank you for trying to speak with us. Even if your answers were short or you only said 1 or 2 sentences, that is already a great step.
Yeah, you are building a small habit, talking about your real plans in English.
Now you have some practice, but maybe you are thinking, okay, how can I use these phrases with other people in real small talk, like with coworkers, classmates, or new friends?
Yeah, like in a real conversation, not just alone with a podcast.
So Sarah, in the next part, can we give some tips on how to use these plan phrases in everyday conversations? In simple small talk situations. Okay, so now let's put all these plan phrases into real life. Imagine this. You are at work. You walk into the kitchen. A coworker is there making coffee. They smile and say, so, what are your plans for the next few months? I'll be the coworker. Sarah will answer. Just listen to the conversation first.
So, what are your plans for the next few months?
Good question. I'm going to start a new online course, and I am planning to visit my family in May. What about you?
Nice. So that was a really short, normal answer. Not too long, not too serious. That is exactly what we usually do in small talk.
Yeah, let's break it down very simply, because this is something you can copy. You can really use it this week.
So, in small talk, when someone asks about your plans, you can think about 3 little steps. 1. Give a short answer about your plans. Just 1 or 2 things. 2. Add 1 small detail, like the time or the reason. 3. Ask a simple question back. And you? Or how about you?
Right. So my answer was, I'm going to start a new online course. That was my plan. Then, I'm planning to visit my family in May. That was the extra detail with time. And then I said, what about you? Very simple.
You can do exactly the same. For example, you could say, I'm going to study more English, and I'm planning to travel in June. How about you? Short, friendly, easy to remember.
Now, sometimes we make a little mistake. We want to sound very serious or very professional, so we use big, formal sentences. Let me show you one that is a bit too much.
Okay, go for it.
Imagine I say this in the kitchen. In the next 3 months, I will focus on my self-development. It's not wrong, but it sounds kind of heavy. Like a speech, not like a quick chat while we make coffee.
Yeah, it sounds a bit like a report. Self-development is a good idea, but in small talk, we usually say it in a lighter way, more relaxed.
Can you give a more natural version?
Sure, I would say, I'm going to read more books and take care of myself. So, same idea, self-development, but it's softer, more friendly. Read more books and take care of myself are very clear and simple.
Yeah, and take care of myself is a nice phrase. It means I want to be healthy, I want to rest, I want to feel good in my body and in my mind. So you could also say, I'm going to take better care of myself this spring.
Okay, let's try some quick situations now. We will do 3 little role plays. You listen. Then you imagine your own answer.
First situation. You meet a friend after a long time, maybe in a cafe. I'm your friend. I say,
Wow, it's been so long. Do you have any plans for the next few months?
I'm going to visit my parents and I'm planning a short trip to the mountains. How about you?
Nice. Now it's your turn. Imagine your friend asks you, do you have any plans for the next few months? Answer in your head. You can start with, I'm going to, and say something true for you. Ready? Here is a little pause for you to speak.
Okay. Second situation. This time, it's more formal. You are talking to a teacher or to your boss. I will be the teacher.
So, what are you planning to do after this course?
I'm going to keep studying English and I'm going to work on my presentation skills. What about you, Sarah? What are you planning to do after this course?
I like that. Very clear and still simple. Now, listener, it's your turn again. Imagine your teacher asks, what are you planning to do after this course? You can answer, I'm going to, plus something real, like, I'm going to use English at work, or I'm going to travel more. Say your own plan now. I'll give you a moment.
Great. Last situation. You are in a new English class. You are talking to a new classmate before the lesson starts. I will be the classmate this time.
Hey, nice to meet you. Are you going to travel this spring?
I'm not sure yet, but I'm hoping to visit the coast. And I'm going to practice more speaking. How about you?
So here we used a nice little word, hoping. I'm hoping to visit the coast. That means, I want this, I wish this will happen, but I don't know 100%. You can also say, I'm hoping to get a new job, or I'm hoping to see my friends more.
Okay, now it's your turn again. Imagine your new classmate asked you, are you going to travel this spring? You can answer, yes, I'm going to. Or, I'm hoping to. Or, no, but I'm going to. Plus another plan. Say your answer out loud if you can. Here is a short pause.
Now, before we move to the last chapter, let's give you 2 or 3 easy starter questions. Questions you can use to ask other people about their plans.
Yeah, these are like little keys. They open the door to small talk. You can keep them in your pocket and your mind.
Here is the first one. Listen and maybe repeat. Do you have any plans for the next few months? Again, slowly. Do you have any plans for the next few months?
Second question. Are you going to travel this spring? Very simple. You just change the season or the time if you want. For example, are you going to travel this summer?
And one more. What are you planning to do after this course? This one is great in a class or in a workshop. You can ask your classmates and then listen to their ideas.
So now you have 2 sides. You can answer questions about your plans, and you can ask other people about their plans. That means you can really use this language in real life.
In the next chapter, we will do a quick review, just the most important things, and we'll give you one simple action to try this week. So you can take this from the podcast into your real world.
Yeah? Let's move on and we'll help you summarize the key ideas. So, we are almost at the end of this episode now. Sarah, before we say goodbye, can you help us do a quick review? Just the most useful phrases from today.
Yeah, sure. Okay, let us keep it simple. First, we used I am going to. For example, I am going to start a new course next month. Then we had I am planning to, like I am planning to travel in May. And we also used I hope to. For example, I hope to get a promotion this year. Those three are really, really useful for your plans.
Right, those ones are great. And we also played with I would like to, and I might, but we do not need to list everything again. Maybe we can remind them how to answer in small talk?
Yeah. So remember this little pattern. Give a short answer. Add one small detail. Then ask a simple question back. For example, I am going to visit my parents next month. We have not seen each other for a while. How about you? It is short, it is friendly, and it keeps the conversation going.
Exactly. And let us look back at what you did in this episode. First, you listened to a real conversation. Then, we pulled out useful phrases for talking about your plans. After that, you practiced saying them with us. And finally, you tried to use them in small talk situations. So now, you can talk more confidently about what you are going to do, what you are planning, and what you hope to do in the next few months.
Yeah, you really did a full mini journey today. So, before we finish, let us do a tiny reflection together. No pressure.
Okay, listening friend, this part is for you. Try to think of 3 real plans or hopes you have for the next few months. 1 for study or work, 1 for health or a hobby, and 1 for family or friends. Just take a second in your mind.
And now, try to say 3 sentences out loud. You can use I am going to, I am planning to, I hope to, or I would like to. For example, I am planning to read more books for my job. I hope to exercise 3 times a week. I would like to spend more time with my grandparents. Okay, your turn. Say your 3 sentences now in your own words. You can even whisper. That is okay.
Nice. If that felt a bit hard, that is okay. You can always listen again and try one more time. Now, Sarah, maybe we can give them one simple homework idea?
Yeah. So, here is your little homework. Write 3 to 5 sentences about your plans for the next few months. Use the phrases from this episode. Like, I am going to, I am planning to, I hope to, or I would like to. Then, try to share just one of those sentences with a real person in English. Maybe your teacher, a classmate, a language partner, or an online friend. Even one short real conversation can give you more confidence.
Yeah, that real conversation part is so important. Oh, and one quick word here. We talked a lot about confidence. Confidence just means feeling okay to speak, even if it is not perfect. For example, you might think, my grammar is not perfect, but I will speak anyway. That is confidence, and that is what we want for you.
Exactly. Remember, it is totally okay if your plans change. Maybe you say, I am going to do this, and later you do something different. That is normal life, and it is also okay if your English is not perfect. The important thing is to communicate, to keep practicing, to keep going, step by step.
Yeah, and we are really happy that you chose to spend this time with us today. So, thank you for listening to the Natural English Podcast. My name is Alex.
And I am Sarah. You did great work today. Keep using your English in your real life.
We hope you will join us again next time for another real English conversation. Take care, and bye for now.
Bye-bye.